Alrighty, so today I want to talk about something that is very fun. We just had the producer's letter about 6 hours ago now, but in that discussion, we now have something that's pretty new and pretty exciting. This is something that I was not expecting during the celebration, to be completely honest with you. It kind of was pacing that way when we sort of, got through like part 1 and then part 2 drops, and we were thinking like, best team in the game, probably still superheroes. Like there's some good teams in here now, but superheroes is just a behemoth. But wouldn't you know, Omatsu and company, they decided to bring part EX to the fold, if you will, or a surprise bonus EZA during the producer letter. And in this producer letter came the EZA for Tech Gogeta. Now, we all know this, right? I'm sure everybody watching this video, if you didn't see it last night, Tech Gogeta and Physical Janemba will be getting their EZAs, and I don't have Janemba pulled up because he is not relevant to this video. Why Gogeta is relevant to this video is I now believe that we have a contender, if not a contender, just an outright like replacement, right? This is a title fight. I believe that this team might have just won the fight, right? The belt is now theirs, right? They're the double champ. They can do what they want. Can't, say the full thing, but we have that whole thing going on, right? We have what seems to be the new best team in the game. And you might be going like, how is that possible? You've been telling me since I subbed to this channel 8 months ago that superheroes is the best team, right? And I personally agree that that has been, or have stood on business with that, saying 100% that is the best team in the game. But we now have a bit of a clash for it, right? A debatable side. There's one caveat to this whole thing, and we'll get into that later. But allow me to introduce to you 6 characters that are going to be composing what potentially could be the new best team in the game. And why is it the best team in the game? It is because Gogeta, when we transform into Gogeta, ladies and gentlemen, Beast Gohan might just have been dethroned. But he's not always going to be in Gogeta, so keep that in mind. I'm not saying it's hard to get to Gogeta, but I am saying that you're not always going to be Gogeta. So just keep that in mind. But let's go ahead and get started. What is the team? The team is comprised of the physical Super Saiyan trio's leader skill, all-out struggle, Super Saiyans, or power of wishes. So most of this team is going to be Super Saiyans, but we do have some other mixed in categories as well. So getting started, we have the trio. What is the main allure of the trio? You guys know how this team works. We are going to be easily able to get their support up at all times, and if we have them on 2 rotations, we are going to have a permanent 154 support to defense up to 77%. So we know how that works, right? We get extra damage reduction, all of those fun things. Very easy to keep that like within mind and have it up at all times, especially when we have 2 of them. So our leader, we're going to have this character with a standby if we potentially need it, and that is going to be very helpful for us. You guys know how the Super Saiyan trio work at this point. We aren't really going to be going like super deep into kits, but we will be talking about practical usage towards when we're done going over all the characters on the team. Next up, we have Super Saiyan Gohan. You guys know how Super Saiyan Gohan works. We're going to need Kamehameha allies, but there are plenty on the team in order to cover for this. This character is a contender for best in the game alongside the Super Saiyan trio and Tech Gogeta when he is transformed, right? So we already have 3 of the best units in the game. The only unit really that this team is missing is just Beast Gohan, right? In terms of like having all the best units on one team. So like, ironically, if you just ran like double physical Gogeta lead on movie heroes, you have like the 4 best units in the game on one team. So just keep that in mind, but that is not the team we're talking about, right? Super Saiyan Gohan here. You guys know how Super Saiyan Gohan works at this point. Offensively, very good. Has the, one of the strongest attacks in the game with his standby. We have defense prowess. When we get him built up a little bit, we are good to go. And this character is going to be just really solid for the team. If he's on this team, you obviously are not running somebody else over him. Moving on, we have physical Gogeta Blue. You guys know how Gogeta Blue works. This is the closest thing that we have to Beast Gohan in terms of the utility defensively, because he is going to have a taunt in which he cannot take damage unless dodge is disabled. But if you use that in a dodge disabling turn, that it is simply a skill issue, unfortunately, because there's not many fights in the game anymore that go from turn 1 to turn 100 that just disable dodge, right? Red Zone Broly isn't exactly the standard for that these days, so do keep that in mind. This Gogeta is going to work out very well on the team. He has defensive stacking ability. He has guards for 3 turns. We're going to be able to stack, like I said. We have the blue Gogeta, where offensively he's going to be effective against all types. He's going to constantly have that support coming in from the Super Saiyan trios. Transform him into blue, use the taunt for pseudo team protection for 1 turn. this character is going to mesh very well with the rest of the group, and I think that is why, you know, this character is going to be someone that you're going to want to be running if you can. So that is who we are working with. Gogeta, he is the EZA info, because we have not had the data download, is not on Dokkan info yet, so keep in mind this character gets way better when the EZA comes out. So I can't really specifically look at the kit right here. I need to pull up translations, but this video is not about kits. It's about generalizing and putting them together to talk about why this is the new best team in the game, right? Because this guy is supposed to serve as the Beast Gohan for the team, right? When we transform, we get to that turn 4, we're above 77% HP. We are going to be in the driver's seat and be exactly where we need to be, and that is why it is very exciting, right? So do keep that in mind. I think that this character is going to work out very well for us. The link set is perfectly good, right? Well, if we look at who is he sharing links with, are there any like top end units in the game? I see one that he's going to be sharing like 5 to 6 links with. Super Vegeta, the standby for Gohan here, physical Gogeta when he's in his base form and stuff like that. The blue boys down here in case we need to use them. We Saiyans have no limits. Yeah, you weren't expecting that in this video, but there they are. Gogeta Blue, they still share 5 links with, and then Transform Gogeta Blue here as well. So shares a lot of links with a lot of characters, has really good synergy, and by the way, when he transforms, he's probably just the best unit in the game. So that is why this character is going to be an ace on this team. Any team that you can run him on is going to work, but specifically for the team that we are talking about, this is who we are definitely going to be wanting to run. This is the cream of the crop here in terms of this team. So moving on, we have Evolution Blue Vegeta. Evolution Blue Vegeta is beautiful because he is not restricted by category allies. If you can toss him on the team, he's going to work out just fine. You guys can see that he has all of the funky things. We got the damage reduction, we got the guard, the guaranteed crits on 24 key, the revival. That is why this character is as good as he is. We don't really have any other revivals on this team, so Evolution Blue Vegeta is going to be playing a unique role. So when it comes to mechanics, we have to keep that in mind, right? And then moving on to the last character, we've got our boys Goten and Trunks. This is a very interesting character. I'm sure you guys know at this point, but we have dodge chance. We have just absolutely bananas attack stats. This is going to be a very good floater for this team, right? The only issue is right down here, we're not going to be able to use the active skill, but this active skill is not like this character's bread and butter, right? Is it very helpful for defensive utility? Yes, but I think if there is a chance that this character gets taken off, it is definitely possible. Like with the 10th anniversary, probably one of the characters just knocks this guy off of their team, but that is okay. For now, where we see it, this is going to be a fine unit to run on the new best team in the game, potentially. So let me kind of explain everything on why it's the best team, and then I can let you guys go. Looking at this squad in specific, you're probably wanting to address like offense, right? Like let's just talk about offense first. Haha, there's offense everywhere. These guys, crazy attack stats. These guys, this guy, guaranteed crits on 24 key, guaranteed crits on additional super attacks. He's good to go, right? This character offensively is going to be fine. I don't think offensively they're going to have like the #1 output on the team, but defensively they're going to be bringing home the thunder, if you will. So we're going to move on them for offense. We'll have to look more at like the full kit to be talking about them. This character is fully super effective against all types and all that fun stuff, has stacking and whatnot, and is also going to be able to counter blast supers, so you have a little bit of utility there offensively. And then these two characters both have behemoth standby finish skills that are going to do a ton of damage if you can, especially this Gohan. This Gohan with the Dragon Balls and stuff like that and a bunch of charges, 7 turns worth of buildup. He's going to be hitting very, very hard when that standby is finished. So keep that in mind. This is going to be very good for the team, and offensively, we are going to be covering everything. Defensively, this character, the trio, can be a bit suspect turn 1. Like, let's just be real. This character is definitely a beneficiary of opening rotations, so that is where a point is going to go to Beast Gohan and the superheroes. It's going to be way less RNG related to have good turn 1 rotation RNG, but defensively, these guys have a standby to go into their defensive mode. This character has a standby to go into their defensive mode. This character is going to have a taunt and then is going to become dodge or die, so it's a little bit more utility based, but they still have it, as well as team protection with the taunt, and that is going to give us dodging as well, so a guaranteed dodge turn. This character is just going to have bananas. Damage reduction is also going to take less against super attacks, so that is very helpful. This character has the defensive utility that you are looking for. This character has guard, has damage reduction per hit, and also a 50% baseline, and is also going to have a revival after a certain condition is procced, and that is going to give us a second chance mechanic as well for the team. And then this guy is more of just a dodge character, unfortunately, but if you can find a way to run like a Trunks or a Goten because you really want to get that active skill, you could potentially do that as well. So When it comes to synergy, this team works very well. When it comes to damage, this team has it all. When it comes to team protection, the team has that. When it comes to standbys, they have that. When it comes to damage, they have that. And this team is going to be a big boy, right? This definitely has like best team in the game written on it. I'm not going to come to the 100% conclusion. That is why we are going to like kind of lead this one off with a question mark. What do you guys think? Do you think this is the new best team in the game compared to the Superheroes and Beast Gohan team? I think it is very close. I think you can make an argument for one for sure. I think Gogeta is really going to impact this team a ton just because of how like good he is, right? Transform Gogeta is just crazy. So like I said, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy today's video, do not forget to leave a like before you go. And subscribe if you are new. We are on the road to 10K. We are now under 100 subs until we are at 10K. So if you watch this video all the way through and you enjoyed what you see, make sure that you hit that sub button because it will help me out a ton and help push these videos out more. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you all did enjoy. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you all in the next one.